Alright, we're putting 2 anchor wizards on this Bonafide RVR119. Talk to me about our mounting positions first.
Mounting positions. What? Give me more.
I like to have them close to the seat. I've seen people put them up here, and it's like ergonomically wrong.
Oh yeah, no, you know, having to lean out and grab it. No, having it kind of in the natural fall zone of your hand there, right next to the seat, is ideal. So the way this boat's laid out, you can have 2 of them in that position. So
Okay.
yeah.
So this one's gonna go, and we already got the grommet thing there.
Yeah,
It's gonna go through the hull.
Yeah, so we're going to feed the line in here as far as we can. Then we're going to come up here, we're going to pop this hatch, and then we're going to pull it through and then feed it out here, and it's going to come over this nice roller right here and right down between the handle and the nose of the boat.
Okay.
And then their new anchors
I've been using them. They're good.
fantastic. Great design. It's hard to tell. It's very small, but this is 6 pounds, 6.5 pounds.
Yep.
Great. So it's got enough kind of profile that it'll hold, but it's not going to snag, right? If you need to, you can pull it and it's going to roll and tumble over obstacles instead of just grabbing them and locking on. So I'm a big fan of the new Anchor Wizard anchors.
So that's the front one.
Mm-hmm.
There is some advantage to having it off the back as well. But if you walk back here, we got this thing in the back. So in order to operate it, go ahead and give me a lift. Get that sucker up. Give it a good yank. Up it goes.
That was it.
If I'm going to use,
That was no effort.
yeah.
That was my first time pulling it. That was literally
Now
no
you know
effort.
why he smiles every time he does it.
I was shocked myself.
So we did a good job with the pulleys and all that stuff with the Torpedo install. But you know, you want to get this up and then drop the anchor. It's going to come out here, the anchor line, and it's going to tuck right up in here so that you can drop down. But this has to be up to do it. You know, facing downstream, you know, in just not letting the wind push you down into, you know, if you're presenting your bait downstream.
Just keeps you from
Or
spinning.
downwind.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you got anchor point in front, anchor point in the back. You know, you could set up however you want to.
So that one's going to go, for the rear, is going to go right here on this track, and we're going to go in there. And then obviously we have access here to push it through. And hopefully the angle on that is going to be easier than it was for the Torpedo.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
If not, what are we doing?
It was super glue.
Super glue on a 40-pound line. What hardware are you using?
The Anchor Wizard hardware that comes with the T-bolt, pretty much like kind of the plate, and then you got this Allen style where it's got the little thing here, so you can kind of get a position to where you're satisfied with.
Okay, and is that's lined up so the line is coming out and shooting straight into that?
Absolutely. So yeah, you got this position lined up to where it's literally perfectly lined up to where it's going to go inside that chute here, and then it's going to come out to the side.
Running the lines internal is nice because it's just less stuff that can snag.
Absolutely.
So
And it works. To me, the word for me is streamline.
yeah.
I've been using that word a lot this year and last year, and trying to rig boats is always
Streamline.
streamline.
So you're using that plate that's down there?
Yeah, so I just undid that plate. I'm just checking my hardware here. You do have a little bit of a recess under there. So, you know, for the heads of screws or, you know, nuts, bolts, whatever, you know, so that's nice. So this is going to mount, pairs up quite nicely with these pre-drilled holes. So we're just going to do 4 nuts and bolts at the corner and then mount that plate back down, and that thing will be locked in and ready to go.
Okay. And it runs up there and then up there.
So I just learned that this thing's tubed all the way to the back.
Is it?
Yep, because it went in and it went right back out. So
Oh, nice.
I thought I was going to have to go fishing for it, but no, it's a tubed all the way from here.
tubes.
So all the way to here. So
Fantastic.
That was easy to raise.
it was easy. So it's, yeah,
You putting a carabiner on?
I am.
Show Show me your knot.
It's pretty much about as similar as yours.
You get 6 turns on it and it's good.
Well, mine's not quite 6, but it's right at 5.5 maybe. It could be 6, but it's the same.
It'll count.
Yeah.
All right, let's get this sucker on there.
Yeah. Let's lay her there.
Okay. Taking another little turn. I like it tucking up there. Yep. Rear one is in. Very cool.
That's why I started on that side.
You definitely want to let that out and not just leave it there hanging off the back of your vehicle. You want to unclip the carabiner, take that heavy, could be missile through someone's radiator or windshield. Seriously, if this comes off, if you lose your clutch and this is hanging off the back of your trailer, this can kill someone. So unclip them and put them in. There's actually a spot where they kind of fit pretty nice. Just take it and ta-da. I don't know if I'm gonna get both of them in there though.
Oh no!
You losing stuff?
Yeah, you dropped his nuts.
Oh no, that's a problem.
Sorry.
It was there.
Yeah.
It was there. It was there.
Yeah, ask for it. Yeah, ask for it.
So update, no need to use 4 bolts there, 2 bolts, more than fine, fits very nicely. And then we were expecting to have to dig for the line around, open the hatch and dig the line. But Bonafide and their infinite wisdom have tubed this end to end, which makes it a super easy install, all the better. So theoretically, should be able to push this right through. And there it is.
Take it over that. Drop it down. Put a carabiner on it.
Carabiner is. There you go.
Yeah, here you go.
Yeah.
So, as Mike puts the rear hatch back on, we'll put some coils here. We're gonna jump back to the actual crank, and I'm gonna go over something that I see a lot of people that have never used the Anchor Wizard, if I can finish this, who haven't used an Anchor Wizard before get wrong with regard to the clutch. So let's get this, get this weighted. And I have to teach this, if I put someone in my boat, one of my boats, I have to teach this to them, and so they don't get it wrong. If you get it wrong, you totally unspin the top here. So if you've taken this so far that it's loose and you're like, it's not doing anything, actually that's gonna grab, but you know what I mean, where you're tightening it and it just won't come up. What you have to do is to push down on the top and go like this, right? But the point is that when you do this and you have the motor, you have the anchor up, right? Look at it now. Maybe give me get out in front of it to get the whole length of it. As I'm letting this go, I'm letting it go kind of gradually, and it'll just let out a little bit at a time. And I don't want it to totally slam on the rocks because that spooks fish. So I let it out, let it touch down gently. And as you move back, usually there's current or wind that's pulling you back. The more line you have out, the easier it holds. So you're not gonna hold in place with it hanging straight down. It's gotta have more line out. But the point is that you don't just loosen it all the way beyond what gently drops it, because you're going to lose the grab on the clutch, and when you come back to it, it's actually unspun in there. So, you know, don't loosen it all the way and keep going and expect to come back to it, and it's, you know, it just comes unthreaded. So if it does come unthreaded, push down on it until those threads grab, and then you're good to go. So hopefully that makes sense. Got a few more decals I'm putting on. I put one back here, which is nice, right next to the anchor wizard. But dual anchor wizards is nice because you can hold position, you know, regardless of whether you want to fish downwind or down current or upwind or up current. You have all the, you know, those options there. So it's a good setup. What are we gonna do? We're probably gonna do it tomorrow.
FPV.
FPV. We're gonna put some electronics
Yeah.
on this. I do have a Dakota lithium battery over there with in you know, in a waterproof case, and we're gonna put navigation lights on this. We're gonna put USB ports all over it so I can put my cameras up wherever. We're gonna power Lowrance unit that has active target, and we're gonna have that mount on there, and we got a lot more to go, but so far, Torpedo, Kayak Cushion, Anchor Wizard, it's coming along good.
Yeah.
Appreciate you guys
Yeah, thank you for allowing us to do it. This is
yeah,
it's an adventure.
turning wrenches with me.